All right. Wednesday night. Breed night. Wednesday night. Whoa, ho, yeah. This music comes to you from the free music library on YouTube. This is music you're allowed to use with no copyright issues. This one's called Irie. Right, Tumpty. Right, Raymond. Alright, Michael. Alright, Ollie. Alright, Keith. And hello to Prolethers. Come on, does nobody know what Wednesday means? Tell me. Someone say it. Got to say, look, there's no quiz unless somebody says the magic word. Nah, it's not hump day. What's Wednesday mean? Can only mean one thing. Yeah, I know you can't see me, Doddsy. I'm not turning the camera on until somebody identifies what Wednesday means. What does Wednesday mean? It's Wednesday on the quiz. That means... Even the Jamaican music has ended to increase the suspense. How is this rubbish now? This one's called Bubble Bath. Aye, it's quiz time, quiz time. Breed! Thank you, Raymond. So here I am. I was going to have to do the quiz invisible until Raymond identified, and Joe's here as well. Breed! Spelling it properly as well. The breed. He's the breed. Right, it's 3 minutes to 7. I got some new background music. It's just as ludicrous as the last lot. This one's called Bubble Bath. Bubble Bath. Bubble bath. Yeah, no, fair, Raymond. Had a bit of hair wash this morning, use conditioner. My hair care tip for everybody is just to use whatever conditioner's there. Don't worry too much about what it's made out of. Just get it on. Get the conditioner in. You get a wee bit of bounce. Look. Not bad. Right, Simon. Alright, Bruce here, teeth. Hello, Alan. It's breed night. You knows it. Wednesday means bread time. This has also got a bit of a reggae inflection. Yeah. Right, it's 2 minutes to 7. Fat boy got sick of here. We're going to do the quiz real soon. I'm going to start talking about the quiz at 7 o'clock. Because that's the advertised time. Wait till people get in the door. I will be hitting the first question at 7:05. Look, there's James the Baker. That's him with a pineapple on his head. He's the man with the breed. That is Logan. Einstein bobbleheads are here. From Wales. The angry country. Hence all the red. I don't know much about Wales. I was trying to think about something to say about Wales there. But I don't really know what to say about Wales. My granddad died in Wales. That's all I can say. Team of 3. Hello, Marion. You're in Granton. You're in Perth. You're in Kalkan. Turkey. Nice. All over the shop. Hello, Prolethers. Shop workers are here. Mark, all right. Janet's here with the Fabian Society. It's exactly 7 o'clock, so I'm going to turn the music off. Frightened Porker here. Flip Hertner. Let's get this background music turned down to the background. Okay, right, I'm here. Let's go. Quiz time. Thank you for coming. Haha, COVID in glory. Like it. I'm Dr. Paul. This is Wednesday night quiz. It's a 1 hour quiz. I'm aiming to get us finished as close to 8 o'clock as I can. Sometimes run a little bit over, but you know, not excessively so. Let's turn the slides off. That's pictures from the old days, from the real world. And let's get on with explaining how the quiz works. First of all, thanks for coming. I know someone was trying to play the other night and was unable to add to the chat because they were not signed in on a YouTube account. To be able to chat, you need to do that. You need to have a YouTube account and you need to be signed in. So all those people you see there putting comments up are all YouTube account holders and they're all signed in. That's why they can type up. Having said that, you don't actually need to do that to take part in tonight's quiz because it is just a pub quiz. Questions are done a round at a time. I give you the answers, you do the marking. So you can do the quiz without actually logging in or leaving comments. The only thing you will need it for is if you want to win the breed, because Wednesday night is breed night here at the Dr. Paul quiz. There's two things. You've got to be living in the Edinburgh area. You've got to be living within striking distance of James the Baker's van. And you do need to be logged in because we're going to take, it's comments in there that win the breed. Anyway, that's just a wee aside. So if you're getting this but you can't say anything, don't go away. You can still enjoy the quiz. It's also on Facebook later on, if that's better for you. 9 o'clock. Last quiz starts in the house rules here at the Dr. Paul quiz are no Tories, right? No racists. And be your best self. Right, motivational. So the quiz starts soon. I have kind of already explained how this works. But this is how we play. I'm going to ask you questions like a pub quiz, one round at a time. Most of the rounds have 5 questions in the round. Write down the answers on a bit of paper with a pen. I actually do answer sheets, bespoke answer sheets, custom-made answer sheets you can use for this. There's a download link, but you really don't need it. You can just use a bit of paper. Just put a link up there for anybody who might want to do it next time. Just keep your scores all tidy and stuff, if you're into that type of thing. There's a wee link for it. But you don't need it. You can do the quiz without it. You just need a paper and a pen. Now, you're a team, so you're in a wee team. That's you yourself, just by yourself. You can do the quiz by yourself. Or, if you've got people there, that's your team. Or if you are in touch with your friends via Zoom and WhatsApp and all of those things, Skype, FaceTime, all those great services. So you might be in touch like Marion was saying. She's got a team in Perth, Granton and Turkey. Absolutely brilliant. So you discuss the questions as we go, decide what you're going to write down, and then at the end of each round, I'll tell you the answers. You do your own marking, and I get you to upload your scores at the end of the quiz. We make a nice league table of tonight's scores, which we have been doing. I'll show you, in fact, last time. So Monday was the last time. I do this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The Bog Roll Bandits were right there at the top of the table, 72 points. Big win for them. Social Outcast and the Fabian Society, they're quite often the top two, but Bog Roll Bandits finished ahead of them on Monday night. I think I might start getting whoever wins to give me a photograph of them so that I can put them up as well, you know, not just the name, get a picture of the actual team. So here's some of the other people that were playing. Porn Dwarfs, I believe they're back tonight. Quisiotherapy, Dumphy Diamonds, Einstein, Bobbleheads, which is very euphonic. Lumpy Gravy, Grockles, Blue Fox Tuesday, Poltermice, Saucy Sue, Social Outcast, Team B. Don't know what happened there. Looks like some kind of schism or a split. Chameleon, Sausage Rolls were in the house. Marion, on her own, still came not last. And tonight she's got help, so anything could happen. Coming up tomorrow, big teams quiz. Ainsley Harriet finally defeated Grotbags last night in a incredibly exciting confrontation. If you haven't done big teams quiz yet, come and do it. It's really good fun. It's mental. Sponsor tonight is Herbie's West End, also known as James the Baker. And the prize is Breed. The Breed. There it is. The Breed. Look at it, by the way. Nice. And you could be seeing this site tomorrow. That's James the Baker coming up your path with the Breed. Imagine. Right? We'll be playing for the Breed later on. That's winners from last week. Stephanie and Friend. The Breed. And here we go. It's time for the quiz. So it's 7:05. Let's get started. If you have any questions, just ask me in the chat. I am live. I'm a real person. And I just about spilled my coffee. So let's get started. Oh yeah, before you start, you can earn a point before you even start if you share the quiz. Okay? Share the quiz with your friends and family. That'll give your team 1 point. It's basic bribery. So get the URL. I'm going to do it right now. Just before we start. So check this out. That's the URL right there. You might have a share button that you can see. And put it there. Okay, now I've got that in my thing. We go over to Twitter and say tweet. And say live quiz. Question 1 in 10 seconds from now. Paste. Tweet. That's it. So if I was playing the quiz, I'd have earned a point. Now you get 1 point for a share. Right, let's go. Let's do it. So, same letter round. Here we go. Now, the thing about the same letter round, I must say, is that all of the answers in the first round begin with the same letter of the alphabet. So it's a big quiz clue. Once you get one answer, you know what the other ones begin with. So you get the first letter. You know what I mean? Hey, there's Stephanie. And she won the bread last week. Look at that. Can confirm it is very good bread indeed. Fantastic. Thank you, Stephanie. Here we go. So first round, same letter round. Capitals, cities. What is the name of the capital city of Malta? Okay, that's question number 1. Some of you will know that straight away, and that will give you the letter. If you don't know it, just hang on till you see the other questions, and you'll work out the letter, and then you can have a guess, or you might be reminded of the actual answer. So what is the capital of Malta? That's question number 1. Let's move on. Question number 2. If you miss anything, don't worry. I'm going to go back over the questions every round. Question number 2 is about hobbits and all that business. Question number 2. Who played the part of Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings movies? Made up movies about hobbits and wizards and elves and all that business. But who played the part of Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings films? Which were massive hits in the 2000s, you know. Question number 2, that was. Question number 3, what's the name of the Italian composer who wrote the classical music piece The Four Seasons? First published in 1725. And it says hold music on the top. It's very popular hold music. Da 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 da. Brilliant. But what's the name of the guy who wrote it? Surname. Surname will do. Number 4 is a nutrition question. Which essential nutrient for human beings is also known as ascorbic acid? All right, ascorbic acid is your technical, medical, scientific, boffin name for what? Essential nutrient. Okay, what's the street name for ascorbic acid? That's number 4. And the last question in the first round, remember, all the answers start with the same letter, is about flowers. If you are given the name Yolanda, which small flower are you being named after? Okay. Remember not to shout out answers in the chat. None of those things are right, but don't shout out answers in the chat. We're not doing that. That's the big team's quiz. At this quiz, you're just answering on a bit of paper for your team. So the thing to shout out is if you're ready. So you tell me if you've got 5 answers that start with the same letter. I'm very quickly going to go over the first 5, show you them one more time in case you missed any. So number 1, capital of Malta. Number 2, who played Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings films? Number 3, who's the fella who did the 4 Seasons? 1725. Not a pizza, the whole music. And number 4, essential nutrient is also known as ascorbic acid. That's question number 4. And if you're given the name Yolanda, it's not common first name, but you know, not unusual either. Yolanda, what small flower are you being named after? Okay, so you tell me when you're ready. What we got? Shop workers were the first to say they're ready, so hello to you, Mark. Abby's ready. Social Outcast. Have you got an electro remix of the 4 Seasons? No, but I think I could probably make one. That might be quite good. Right, loads if you are ready. Let's go. Let's get the answers up. So I'm going to show you the answers now, and you do your own marking. Okay, you give yourself 2 points for every correct answer in this round. Also, you give yourself a 2-point bonus if you have been here before. If you're first time at the quiz, you don't get this bonus, but if you've been here before, that counts as the voucher, and it gets you 2 points. All right, remember 1 point if you shared it, if you shared the quiz on social media, shared the video. But here come the actual answers for the actual questions. 2 points for each of these. First of all, did you get a letter? Pardon me. I'm sure you did. Letter V for for Victory in Europe Day, if you're one of those types of people. Anyway. Capitals. What's the capital of Malta? Valletta. Alright, Valletta looks like this. Typical Med. Valletta. Valletta. Never been to Malta. Looks nice. Hobbits. All that hoo-ha. Who was Aragorn in Lord of the Rings movies? It's Viggo Mortensen. Viggo Mortensen. It's an unusual first name. Viggo. Well, it is around here anyway. Maybe where he's from, I don't know. So number 3, Italian composer who wrote the 4 Seasons, round about 1725. Or it's first published then anyway. Vivaldi is the right answer. There's your boy Vivaldi with his mad wee guitar. He looks quite rocky, actually. It's the open shirt. Vivaldi. Vivaldi. I got a nice little guitar. Ascorbic acid. That's vitamin C. Vitamin C if you're American. Vitamin C if you're one of us. And flowers. Yolanda. If you're called Yolanda, what are you named after? You're named after the violet. All right. There's some violets. And nice. Quite trippy. So violet is correct. So the 5 answers altogether are this: Valletta, Viggo Mortensen, Vivaldi, vitamin C, and violet. Give yourself 2 points for each right answer. 2 points for a voucher if you have been here before, and 1 point if you shared the quiz. So a possible 13 points. Vigo, thank you for the information there, John. Vigo has Spanish/Danish parents. Vigo. I know there's a city in Spain called Vigo. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it. Mortensen obviously sounds Danish. Our cat is called Vigo. That's nice. Is that because you conceived it in Spain, in the city of Vigo? Or you got it from there? Chameleons F Troop, 13 out of 13. Nice work. 12 points for the UK Alliance, 11 for the Raccoons. Still drunk? 11 points. Violet let us down. Yeah, it's good if you tell me which ones you got wrong. It's always interesting to see which ones people did not get. Denizo. Hello, Denizo. 6 points. Stephanie, last week's breadwinner, got 10 out of 12. Okay. The baddie in Ghostbusters was Vigo. Didn't know that. I watched Ghostbusters last year, and it was rubbish. I got no idea what all the fuss was about. But I think I've... Stevie D just arrived. Just watched 10 minutes of your quiz 2 weeks ago. Easy mistake to make, innit? Right. Keep a hold of your scores. I'm going to get you to upload them at the end of the quiz. All right, here we go. Let's move on. Try and get the quiz done at a good pace tonight. So, picture round, right? 5 questions about 5 pictures. Here we go. Football. Which London football team play their home games at this ground? Is it Spurs, Fulham, or Millwall? So name the football club from that photograph of their stadium. Taryn saying, I hope there aren't any maths questions tonight. Did I do maths before? Did I do a maths question? Did I? I didn't, did I? I mean, there's an occasional one in the database. Usually questions about maths rather than actually getting you to perform calculations. Because, you know, I'm trying to be your buddy, not your teacher. I was helping my daughter with her mathematics, and it's just loads of adding up. It's like, I get it, you know. But no, you got to do 10 examples with 10 adding. Oh, jeez, it goes on and on and on. Anyway, homeschooling, huh? Loving it. Number 2, selfies. Which famous artist painted this self-portrait in 1887? That's the only sum that matters, Raymond. Quiz plus breed equals Wednesday. Loving it. That's the kind of equation to commemorate the situation. So who's the artist? I think that's fairly easy. Number 3, a little bit more difficult. Who is this 20th century American songwriter? Some of his greatest hits include I've Got You Under My Skin and I Get a Kick Out of You. I get you under my skin. I get a kick out of you. Same song, essentially, isn't it? Guy's just rehashing it and punting it out. Time after time after time. Who would do a thing like that? So name the songwriter. Number 4, name the Scottish city. That dot is near quite a few towns, but there's only one city anywhere near that dot. So name the city. The Scottish, is it a hellhole? Not so much these days. Name the Scottish city on this map. And number 5, big mad American cars. Multiple choice again. What type of a big American car is this? Is it a Cadillac, a Chrysler, or a Ford? I get a kick out of you. I get no kick from cocaine. Although a pint of alcohol is very welcome. I better recap the songs instead of try to rewrite the American songbook. Right, Spurs, Fulham or Millwall. Tell me if you're ready. Shout out in the chat if you're ready. If your team is ready. Spurs, Fulham or Millwall at that football ground. Farkoffs are ready. Nice one. Who is the painter? Painting himself in 1887. Songwriters. Who's this guy? I've got you under my skin and I get a kick out of you. La 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 la. So tell me is it true? Where's the hellhole? Which city is that? And what kind of car is that? Look at the size of it. The size and colour of a bus. Cadillac, Chrysler, or Ford? Thank you for telling me you're ready. Tim is ready. James O'Reilly, Quiz Pro Quo is ready. Philip Hirtner is ready. That's double ready. That's two readies. Holy bananas. Oh, loving it. Nick, Brady. Sensational. That's really good. Brady. Right, let's, I'll tell you the answers. Here come the answers. Right. London football ground right beside the river. That's the River Thames. Surely the ground must get flooded now and again. I don't know, but it's Fulham. Craven Cottage is the name of the ground. Fulham FC. You get 2 points for every correct answer, okay? 2 points for Fulham. Number 2, it's Vincent van Gogh. Great grandfather of Richard van Gogh, the centre back. Vincent van Gogh was right for 2 points. Number 3, you know the songs. I get a kick out of you, and I got you under my skin. Could you dig out the name for this one? It's quite difficult. It's Cole Porter. It's a name you know, but I don't know if you put it together with a face in the songs. You know what I mean? Getting mixed up with the other. I get mixed up with the other guy, and I suddenly can't remember who the other guy is. But you know who I mean. Thames barrier prevents the flooding. I think, well, that's crafty, innit? Crafty bit of civil engineering. The black dot of doom is on Dundee. City of discovery and misery. And the big mad American car there. Hey, it's Cadillac. It's Cadillac. A big maroon Cadillac. Size and colour of a number 23 bus. Here in Edinburgh, the capital city. Recommend the Cole Porter tribute album? Yeah, I'm sure I've heard of that. Scum D, says Stephanie. Just weighing in there. Fun D, says Ali Gunn. You know what? I've had fun last couple of times. Been at Dundee because I've been with my daughter and we went to the swimming pool where they got flumes. Because there's no flumes in Edinburgh. It's one thing Dundee's got that Edinburgh doesn't have. It's got flumes. You went to V&A. I went to V&A as well, but I thought it was all right. Nice building and that, but there was nothing in it. There was no stuff. There was hardly any things. I might be old-fashioned, but I thought museums were supposed to be full of things. And there was a few things in the V&A, but not that many things. Yeah, Irving Berlin. That's the one I get mixed up with. Yeah, that's it. I knew somebody would say that. That's Margaret, yeah. And you said Millwall. Yeah, Millwall's quite close to the river as well, but it's... I don't think it's in quite a nice setting as that. That's Fulham in West London. Quite leafy, quite well-to-do. One of the few English grounds I've actually been to. I went to see Fulham versus Norwich. And that must have been, I don't know, 1998 or something like that. It was quite good. 0-0, but it was quite good. Or was it 1-1? I can't remember. Anyway, Dundee Olympia. Yeah, that's the one. Dundee Olympia is good. They got a flume, right? And it paps you out over the water, right? Not into a trough, but over the water, 3.8 meters above. So you fly through the air when you come out the end of the flume. And if you're a big fat guy like me, it's like a cannonball, whoosh, like that. And my daughter laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed and said it was the funniest thing she'd ever seen in her life. So, you know, it's good to entertain. Yeah, that's it, Laura. More space for the cafe in the shop than the actual exhibition. Right, let's move on from Dundee. Oh, it's the Happy Gang, team of the day. That's not actually all the Happy Gang. There's quite a few of them, but it's not all of them. And the Happy Gang can often be found at the Joker and the Thief at this very time on a Wednesday, 7:30. Because the quiz starts at 7, normally under normal non-global pandemic circumstances. They demolished it 5 years ago. The Olympia? I don't know if they rebuilt it. But you're talking about someone else. You're talking about Perth. It does have flumes. Like this was last year or earlier this year. We were there. They might have shut it down and rebuilt it or something like that, Stephanie. But it's Dundee Olympia is still valid. Obviously shut now. Anyway, shut up, Paul. Move on. Okay, right. Hexo, I'm going to give you 5. Hey, welcome, Gorilla Parrot. Finally worked out how to log in. Just give yourself 8 for the first round, 8 for the second round. That'll do you. Right. This is round 3. Joe knows this stuff. Right. Rebuilt it. She's saying they rebuilt the Olympia. Joe knows about that kind of thing. Right, so I need to get my questions right. I've lost a bit of pace, haven't I? Come on, Paul. Speed up. So, Hexo, you see a grid there. Looks a bit like Blockbusters, you know. I'm going to give you 5 clues, and you got to find the letters to go with the answer. You'll see what I mean when I start asking the questions, okay? So, number 1 is 3 letters, and it refers to the section of a website which seeks to answer common queries. Okay? So find 3 letters, and they go together, right? You're not dotting about all over the board. 3 adjacent or contiguous letters. That refer to that. So I'm saying it's the section of a website which seeks to answer common queries. So what 3 letters mean that? I think most of you know that one. I'll go on to number 2. Number 2 is an award that was received by Adele, the singer, in 2013, and Ed Sheeran, the singer, in 2017. So Adele in 2013 and Ed Sheeran in 2017 both won this award. What is it? And it's 3 letters again. Remember, all the letters for the answers here are right together. You're not dotting about across the board. Find the letters that go together. Number 3 is the only one that is 2 letters. The rest are 3 letters, but this is just 2 letters. It's the UK Maps Agency, the National Maps Agency for Great Britain. It's Army Neil. Excellent. Hello, Neil. How you doing? Hope you're well. I went to Neil's wedding, and it was great. And he is now known as the Gorilla Parrot. So that's funny how life works out. Right, number 4 is the single largest political party in Northern Ireland in terms of Westminster seats from the 2019 general election. So at the last election, end of last year, 2019, this is the party that won the greatest number of seats in Northern Ireland. It's 3 letters, and they can be found together on the grid of hexagons there in the style of Blockbusters. Colours as well. And I think these are fairly gentle. I think it's the first time I've done this round on the small teams quiz. So I made it fairly gentle. Number 5 is a common method of getting a batsman out in cricket. There's a few different ways you can get out in the game of cricket. This is one of them, and it's 3 letters. And it's a fairly common method. Not one of the weird ones. So you tell, once again, as per usual, tell me when your team's ready. Don't shout out any answers in the quiz, in the chat rather, but do tell me if you are ready. And I'll get you with the answers. So I'll just go over them. The first one is a section of a website which is set up to answer common queries. The second one is an award won by Adele in 2013 and Ed Sheeran in 2017. Farkoffs are ready. Nice. Number 3 is the only one that's 2 letters. That's what the 2 is in the brackets. It means 2 letters, yeah. So it's the National Maps Agency for Great Britain. They make the maps. The official maps. Number 4 is the single largest party in Northern Ireland in terms of Westminster seats. And the last one is a common method of getting a batsman out in cricket. Quite right, Nick. You know, if Brady's good once, why not do it again? Why not hammer it to death? After all, I do the joke about the pitch around being unfair to the blind every single time I do a quiz. And it's always hilarious. So you might as well. See if I can get that. I was going to say if I see if I can get the background music back, but it might be the audio round next anyway. Well, it's round and a half away. Let's okay. Right, what we got? We got about 4 or 5 if you're ready. Tell me when your team is ready. Now, I know Brian Blessed tonight, Raymond. It's not the voice round tonight. The sound round is going to be films, which, you know, I could get a Brian Blessed clip, but I actually don't have one tonight. Colin's not playing tonight. How not? Has he got the hump? Good point. Where is Brian Blessed tonight? We need to get him on a quiz, don't we? Get him live. Because I was... In case you don't know, the reason people are talking about Brian Blessed is because we were doing the voice round on Friday, I think. The sound round. I made it voices, mystery voices. One of the voices was Brian Blessed, and it was absolutely fantastic. So after that, I've sworn to have Brian Blessed in every single voice round. Listen, I had Brian Blessed in the quiz last night because I did voices for the big teams quiz. I'll play that clip for you later on, just as a treat at the end of the quiz, right? Because literally the first interview I found on YouTube of him doing an interview, it was just utterly hilarious. Have you considered just having a Brian Blessed round? Yes, Nick, I have. Plans are afoot. Plans are well developed. Right. It was a great night, Neil. It was... nobody I knew got injured, despite some of the shoes. Right, you all ready? Ready. Okay, let's move on. Tell the answers for this here Hexo round. Okay, 2 points for each of these you get right. Ready? Here we go. So, number 1, the section of a website which seeks to answer common queries. That would be frequently asked questions, or FAQ. FAQ is correct for 2 points. Mark yourself 2 points for each of these that you get. Number 2, an award received by Adele in 2013 and Ed Sheeran in 2017. They are honours the MBE. Alright, MBE. MBE. There's a chance you might have slipped into CBE there, but they got MBEs for their musical contributions. In Ed Sheeran's case, mainly for the rapping. Number 3, the National Maps Agency for Great Britain, 2 letters only, and that is OS, Ordnance Survey. Alright? Get your Ordnance Survey map. OS. Number 4 is the single largest party in Northern Ireland in terms of Westminster seats. It is the DUP, the Democratic Unionist Party, who have slightly more seats than Sinn Féin. Nope, looks like Ollie's got something wrong, because that definitely wasn't one of the options. A, R, 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 G, 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 G. I don't think that is even on the board. And the last one, common method of getting a batsman out in cricket is LBW. That's leg before wicket. So the guy stands in front of the stumps, you throw the ball doesn't get to the stumps because of the leg. Not allowed to do that, so he's out. 10 out of 10 for Nick. You said notorious. No, notorious. I mean, the DUP are kind of like Tories. Let's face it, there's Tories everywhere. That Ed Sheeran, bet he's a Tory. Adele, she's about to be a Tory. You know, and there'll be some footage of them somewhere, like opening a hospital or something and shaking hands with somebody from the Labour Party, but you know they're Tories. You were looking for a music award for the Adele question. 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, and a woohoo for Stevie D. Only got 2 in this round. Deniso, oh dear. I guess they're quite UK centric. Well, FAQ, you would have got that. But yeah, the rest are pretty UK centric, so sorry about that, Americans. 10 out of 10 for the Jose Augusto Appreciation Society and the Morning Shists. Morning Shists. Don't know how you say that. Right, let's move on. 60-second bonus. It's a conundrum. So it's like what we got here? Timer. It's like an anagram, but instead of the name or title of something, it is it's just a common word. Okay. Right. So I've set a minute here on my timer. Can you see that? Yeah, you went for the music award as well. Yeah, it's yeah. That's a sort of trip up or a trap I didn't actually think of, so that's interesting. Right, let's move on. So 60-second bonus. I'm going to give you 1 minute to solve this conundrum on the screen. You're looking for a common or a standard English word, the only possible 9-letter English word from these letters, starting now. Cat faints. So there we go. There's the timer on. My God, it's exciting, isn't it? Look at that. 51? 50. God, it's so exciting. It's a good time for some background music. See what's going on. Nick's got it. That's good. Remember not to shout out the answer in the chat. Just tell me if you are ready or if you got it. Oh, for God's sake. Just tell me you've got it. Don't shout out the answer, okay? I says don't shout out the answer in the chat and then immediately 2 people do exactly that. Duh. Right, you got 5 seconds left to get this. 1 second. There's the plinky plonky sound. I say dismiss. You've got right up until I reveal it to get your points for this. It's 3 points, by the way, if you get this right. And the correct answer was fantastic. There you go, fantastic. As in, what fantastic hair you have, Dr. Paul, for a man your age. Oh, why, thank you. I tried to look after it. So you get 3 points if you got fantastic. Okay? There we go. So Leo Cat and Josh Miller, do not shout out answers. That's not how it works, okay? That's the different quiz. I do a different quiz on Tuesday, Thursday. That's shouting out answers. Is that a perm? Do me a favour. This is real. This is just the hair. It's all natural, like the breed. The breed in the hair. Well, you see, this is the trouble, isn't it, Ollie? I saw the chat answer before I worked it out. Can I have 1 point? Yeah, sounds fair. James wants to know what room you're in today, because it's different than usual. I've moved back. This is actual quiz base I'm in, and it's a complete bomb site. It's a total mess. I'm gonna get it all. Did I get 3 points if I saw the shout out? Well, Ollie was asking the same thing, but for 1 point. You call your own judgment on that. Do you think you would have got it? If so, 3 points. Anyway, let's move on. It's 20-7. It's time for the sound round. Tonight it's film clips. So I'm going to give you some movie film clips, sound clips. Just the audio. And you're going to try and guess what the films are. And you're going to try and do that without shouting out the answers in the chat. It's a relatively easy thing to do. Basically, all you've got to do is not type in the answers and then put them on the chat. That's the idea. Right. So, hi, back at Quiz Base. It's good. Right, okay. Ready? Don't worry, Josh, it's okay. Plenty of people have made that mistake before. Don't worry about it. It's cool. Right, Mark says he's studying film at uni. Time to make it worth something. God only knows if you've been studying these films. Right, I'm going to play some clips and here we go. There's no choices. You've just got to get these answers. So I'll give you a little clues though. The first one is a 1986 fantasy movie, and I'm just, before I press play, making sure I've got the volume up so that you're going to be able to hear it. There it is. Here it comes. So a 1986 fantasy movie. What is the name of this film?
MacLeod. I was born 2,437 years ago. In that time, I've had 3 wives. The last was Shakiko, a Japanese princess. Her father, Masamune, a genius, made this for me.
There you go. That's the first one. First slice of absolute nonsense. The second one is a 1964 musical. What is this film?
You wink, you do a double blink, you close your eyes, and jump.
Is something supposed to happen?
Bert, what utter nonsense.
Very good. Nice. Number 3 is a 2001 comedy film. What film is this clip from?
Rufus, Brint, and Mikas were like brothers to me. And when I say brother, I don't mean like an actual brother, but I mean it like the way black people use it, which is more meaningful, I think.
There you go. That's sailing fairly close to a few red lines. 2009 comedy is number 4. Yeah. Kind of dark comedy set in the Middle East, largely in the Middle East. So which film is this?
So what you're saying is that you were a psychic spy?
A Jedi warrior.
I'd heard that the U.S. government was training psychic soldiers, and that Lynn Cassidy was the best of the best.
I've been reactivated. I'm on a mission.
I could come. Lynn's story was unbelievable, crazy, and completely true.
You have to do.
So that's from a trailer rather than strictly a clip, but it's from the trailer for a film that came out in 2009. Comedy film, but dark comedy and set in the Middle East. And then the last one, you could call it a comedy. This one, more specifically, a mockumentary made by some of the same people that made Spinal Tap. So what is the name of this film?
And let me tell you, the city of brotherly love is aglow tonight. 3,000 dogs competing for best in show. Some big and some are small. Some really small. Bushy coats and coats so silky they look like they were spun by a giant spider. You name it, they're here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Buck Laughlin. And let me tell you, the city of brotherly...
Right, there we go. It started to loop around again. So that is the 5 films. I think they got progressively more difficult. Tell me if you want to hear any again. In fact, I'm just going to play them again, because there's usually one person at least who wants to hear a couple again. So I'm very quickly going to play them again. But do tell me if you're ready. Okay? Right, so the first one, 1986 fantasy.
MacLeod, I was born 2,437 years ago. In that time, I've had 3 wives. The last was Shakiko, a Japanese princess. Her father, Masamune, a genius, made this for me. MacLeod.
That's like a wife every 800 years. Number 2 is a musical.
You wink. You do a double blink. You close your eyes and jump.
Is something supposed to happen?
Bert, what utter nonsense.
Yes, what utter nonsense. Number 3 is a 2001 comedy
Rufus,
film.
Brent, and Mikas were like brothers to me. And when I say brother, I don't mean like an actual brother, but I mean it like the way black people use it, which is more meaningful, I think. Rufus.
That's kind of meaningful. This is from a trailer. It's the only one that's an actual trailer. Is number 4, 2009 comedy.
So what you're saying is that you were a psychic spy.
A Jedi warrior.
I'd heard that the US government was training psychic soldiers, and that Lynn Cassidy was the best of the best.
I've been reactivated. I'm on a mission.
I could come. Lynn's story was unbelievable, crazy, and completely true.
And the last one is a mockumentary made by some of the same people that made Spinal Tap.
And let me tell you, the city of brotherly love is aglow tonight. 3,000 dogs competing for best in show. Some big and some are small. Some really small. Bushy coats and coats so silky they look like they were spun by a giant spider. You name it, they're here. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Buck Laughlin.
Right, great stuff. Okay, so tell me if you're ready. And not many people have so far. I only see 3 readies, 4, 5, 6. Tell me if you're ready. I'll wait till I get a few more coming in, and then I'll tell you the answers. Most of the films on my hard drive are comedies, right? I need to get a little bit more diversity in this round. I don't really do action movies. I tried looking for a sound clip on one of the action movies, but it's just things blowing up. Nobody actually says anything. Rubbish for this. Right now we've got a screen full of ready, so I'm going to tell you the answers. In just a moment. Oh. Background music back on. The Queens are ready on the basis that they're not going to get any more. So, okay. Right, here we go. Here come the answers. So, the first one. Sean Connery going on about being alive for over 2,000 years and being married a grand total of 3 times. Highlander. Alright, complete nonsense. I know some of you are going to find this shocking, but I've never watched Highlander. I've seen clips of it, I know what it is, right? But I've never watched it all the way through. I've got it on my hard drive. I'm going to treat myself to it soon. Yeah, Shagger. That's the reason, 1964 musical was Mary Poppins. A wink and a double blink. That's Bert. The Chimney Sweep. Dick Van Dyke. Outside the park, and he takes him into a magic land via a chalk drawing. 2001 comedy Zoolander. That's Derek Zoolander. He's just lost his friends in a freak choca mocha latte petrol pump explosion accident. And he's talking at the funeral. Mark says he got to interview Clancy Brown from Highlander a few years ago. Now, you have to forgive my ignorance. You have to tell us who Clancy Brown is. I'm sure lots of people here will know who that is, but I don't. So, there's the blue steel. You like brown iron sometimes, but anyway, number 4. Right, these got more difficult. Number 4, 2009 comedy, mainly set in the Middle East. It is The Men Who Stare at Goats. Alright, The Men Who Stare at Goats. The two voices you heard were Ewan McGregor and George Clooney, the second greatest actor in the world. Oh, Clancy Brown is the Kurgan. Right, okay. The bad guy. And he also voiced Mr. Krabs. And he's in the Shawshank Redemption as the head prison guard. Good stuff. Did you publish the interview, Mark, somewhere? You can put a link up to it if you want, if it's published. Tell us what he said. Tell us the most interesting thing he said. And the last one, the 2000 mockumentary, made by Christopher Guest, and, well, he was one of the writers anyway. That's Nigel out of Spinal Tap. It's Best in Show. Again, I've had this on my hard drive for ages, not watched it, but I was getting a clip off it and it looks really good. Taryn says that the book is better than the movie for The Men Who Stare at Goats. I'm pretty sure you can apply that to just about any film. Maybe not Ratatouille. I don't know. Maybe the book's better. What did you get? 6 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10, 10, 10, 6 for Stephanie for the caramel brownies. Didn't get number 5. Yeah, the last two were quite difficult. Tell me which ones you didn't get. So Mark was saying it was at the Edinburgh Film Festival in 2016, and there's a few clips on YouTube. Feel free to put a link in, or do we just, if we click on your name, can we see that? I'll do it at the end. Right, we'll get a link and we'll put it up here for everybody at the end. I'll put it on Dotable Facebook as well. Okay. The time that Mark interviewed the Kurgan. We went for Dodgeball for 3 points. For number 3 for Zoolander. Yeah. Aye, same kind of vibe. Roughly the same year, I think. Dodgeball. We got a full house on the basis of wild guesses. That's how to play it. Brilliant. Didn't get Best in Show, never heard of it. I try to make it more difficult at the end. It is more difficult. Star Wars, the tie-in book, was about to be worse than the film. They actually brought out the book first. I use that as a 50-50 question sometimes, and everybody says that the film must have come out first, but they actually published a book the year before the film, 76. Aye, good stuff. Right, okay, let's get on with it. Oh, I'm going to run out of time, aren't I? Right. There he is. You lose your head, you lose the game. Something like that. Feel the stag. Right, 50-50 round. Got time for this, then we'll do mystery bag. Then double or bust. I am going to run over, but let's get on with it. Right, 50-50 round. Tiny owls. I don't need to explain this round. It's just 50-50, right? Pick an answer out of these. So, first question. Which owl weighs only 40 grams, making it the lightest owl in the world? Is it the dwarf owl or the elf owl? Dwarf owl or elf owl? Which is the smallest owl? Raymond's just reminding you all to like the video. Thanks very much, Raymond. Likes help. So if you like the quiz, like the video. If you dislike it, thumbs down. That's fine. But mainly like it. Yeah. Right, number 2, the ballet. What was the nationality of the composer who did the music for the ballet Swan Lake? Was he, and it was a guy, French or Russian? All right. The composer of the music for Swan Lake, French or Russian? That's question number 2. Which highly successful, this is number 3, Italian football. Which highly successful Italian football club is known as the Old Lady, Vecchia Signora? Is that AC Milan or Juventus? Which football club is known as the Old Lady in Italy? Is it AC Milan or Juventus? That's number 3. Number 4, capital cities again. No, it's not capitals. That's a leftover thing. Ignore capitals. But question number 4, who had an identical twin who died at birth? Was it Elvis Presley, the king of rock and roll? Or was it Adolf Hitler, the unlimited autocrat of Germany? Who had an identical twin who died at birth? And it might have changed everything. Elvis Presley or Adolf Hitler? That's question number 4. And the last one in 50-50 is a true or false question. True or false, the longest the longest nerve in the human body is the anal optic nerve, which connects your eye to your rectum. Is that true or false? Okay, the anal optic nerve is the longest in the human body. It connects your eye to your rectum. True or false? Tell me when you're ready. I'm going to quickly go over these questions again. Just a real quick reminder. Right, smallest owl, dwarf or elf? Swan Lake music guy, French or Russian? Old lady in Italian football, AC Milan or Juventus? Number 4, identical twin, stillborn, Elvis Presley or Adolf Hitler? Thanks for telling me you're ready. And the anal optic nerve is the longest in the human body. Eye to arsehole. True or false? It's a good name, that. COVID and Glory. You're ready. Quiz pro quo. We're ready. Borussia teeth. Borussia teeth. Hey. They're ready as well. Pushing. Strictly speaking, it's my daughter's cup. Okay, lots of you are ready. I'm going to move on because these are just 50-50. Shouldn't take too much thinking and arguing about this. I don't think so anyway. Tell me if you're having a nice, good argument. It's always good to know. Okay, here we go. 50-50 answer. Tiny owls, tiny little owls. Smallest owl in the world is your elf owl. That's an elf owl. That's how big it is. It's disappointingly not that small. Size of your hand, you know. It's about the size of 20 Marlborough. Pardon me. Right, number 2. What was the nationality of the guy who did Swan Lake? That was old Tchaikovsky. He was Russian, all right? Mr. Tchaikovsky was Russian. Number 3, the old lady, La Vecchia Signora, is Juventus. Wear black and white stripes, playing Turin. Juventus or Juventus. I don't know what the elf owl eats. Elves, presumably. There's an old Panini sticker depicting Juventus as an elderly female zebra. It's not capitals. That's a duff category. But who had an identical twin who died at birth? It was Elvis. His twin brother was called Jesse Garon Presley. And didn't survive. There was a band actually called Jesse Garon and the Desperados. And I think I know someone on here who knows somebody who's in the band. There you go. And number 5, the longest nerve in the human body is the anal optic nerve. No, of course it's not. There's no need to connect your eye to your bum. Alright. So Elfil, Russian, Juventus, Botswana, false. Tell me what you got. And then it's going to be time for mystery bag. And we've still got to do double or bust. Going to run over slightly. 10 out of 10 for the porn dwarfs. That's good. That's great, actually. That's an easy route to trip up on. There's an 8, there's an 8, there's a 6. Got the Elvis and the owl. Wrong. Still laughing about the anal optic nerve. It's the strongest nerve in the human body. Maybe not the longest, but the strongest. 6 for the McQueens. Okay, right, let's get on. It's time for Botswana. Aye, it does say Botswana. Right, why is that? Oh, it's because I switched out the question. That's why. Sorry. That should say Elvis. It was the capital of Botswana, and I decided that Elvis's... Write it down so I can fix it in time for 9 o'clock. Elvis's dead twin was more interesting than the capital of Botswana. Yeah. Right. It's time for... the breed. Whoa. Take a good look at that. That could be going in your belly. Gaborone, you want an extra point? Nah. No, Laura. I'll use it at a different time, and then you'll know it. Right, mystery bag. Right, here we go. Here comes the chaos. So I've got mystery bag right here. You see that? Mystery bag. Okay. What's in mystery bag? So you got to ask me questions of a yes-no nature. And whoever works out what's in the mystery bag first will win the breed. As delivered to you by James the Baker, known as the Baker, tomorrow. So you start asking me questions. New rule tonight, by the way. The first one that I see getting it right is going to get the prize. Okay? This is to save the controversy of me going up and down the thread and trying to work out exactly who was first. It's the first one I see. I will be very fair. I'll be as fair as I possibly can. Alright? I'll try and get the first one. But if I slip and if I get the second one, then tough news, right? That's who's going to get the breed. So, you all understand that. You all agree to the terms. You tick the box, right? Okay. Excellent. Right, let's have a look at some of these questions. So, people are just guessing straight away what the things are. That's not the game. You need to ask questions. So someone, Sally Happy Gang says, is it edible? Yes. Tonight's mystery bag thing is edible. Sandwich? No. Bread? No. Brown sauce? No. Is it made of metal? No, it is not. TV remote? No. DVD, corkscrew, hairbrush, cards, toilet paper, remote, toy, keyboard? No. You need to ask me some questions rather than just guessing a load of stuff. Fish finger? No. Edible? Yes, we established that already. Is it a tape measure? No. Can you eat it? Yes. Is it a sandwich? No. Is it sweet? No, it's not sweet. Is it a fruit? No. Can you spread it? No. Is it salami? No, it's not a sausage of any type. Is it sticky? Well, no, not really. You end up with a little bit of sticky stuff. Is it vegan? I actually don't know. I've got no idea if it's vegan or not because I don't care. Is it cute? Does it come from Greg's? No. Is it in a wrapper? Yes. Actually, there's a box, and that contains 4 wrappers, or maybe 2, because I've had a couple. And then the actual stuff's inside those sachets. Is it a candy? What the hell is a candy? Do you mean sweets? No, it's not a candy or sweets. Is it wet? No, but you get it wet. You make it wet. You know what I mean? Oxo cubes, that's getting a bit closer. Whoa! Chris Candlish says cup of soup. It is. It's cup of soups. Chris Candlish. See? Cup of soup. It's cream of asparagus. See? Can you see it? Yeah, cream of asparagus cup of soup by Bachelors. Really awful, but quite good. So Chris Candlish is the first one I saw. Is it specific to Scotland, says Tim? Yes. No one else has cup of soups. So Chris Candlish is the champion. Now, what I need to know, Chris, is do you live in Edinburgh? Because if you're outside Edinburgh, this is absolutely no good. There's the first one. There's Margaret Ann saying, I said it ages ago, but I understand the rules, so that's nice. Excellent. Right, Chris, you do live in Edinburgh. Right, Chris, you're the champion. You are the breed winner. And you will meet James the Baker. That's the sort of other side of the prize, getting to meet the phenomenon, the legend, the actual gentleman who is James the Baker. You'll get to experience that tomorrow. Send me a message with your address, and I'll sort you out with the baker. Phone number and address, and we'll sort you out. Ooh, right. Fantastic. Right, let's move on. We'll run over time. I've got another quiz at 9. So I'm going to get on with it. I was sure I was going to get finished on time tonight, but hey-ho. Right, mystery bag. Double or bust. Right, well, I better write this down, actually, because in case I forget, in case you forget, send me a message, because sometimes people don't send me a message. Send me a message, right? Chris. Here we are. I've written it down here. Chris Candlish. Breed. Right, double or bust. You get 4 points for a right answer in double or bust. So you can get 20 points if you get them all right, but you run the risk of going bust. If you put one wrong answer in this round, then you get 0 points for the round, okay? To avoid getting bust like that, you can leave blanks. You don't have to answer every question, so it's gameplay. It depends how bold you're feeling, all right? Remember, we're going to get you to... Going to get you to upload your scores after this round. So here we go. Double or bust. Right. Question 1 is about sayings. What fruit are you said to be if you are accompanying a courting couple? So a couple go out on a date. You come along. Some people call it the third wheel. But what fruit are you said to be if you are accompanying a courting couple? 4 points for right answer. Bust if you get it wrong. So careful which ones you go for. Here comes question number 2. Rock. Which industrial rock band have been releasing records since the late 1980s under the direction of songwriter and producer Trent Reznor? So the front man, the main man, the music maker is Trent Reznor. What is the name of the band? Classified, if it can be done so, as industrial rock. That's question number 2. I'll give you a clue for that one, just in case you've got no idea at all, but you might get a guess out of it. The name of the band has a number in the name. All right. Number 3 is about mountains. Mont Blanc is the highest mountain in the Alps, and it's right on the border between France and which other country? Okay, Mont Blanc is the highest mountain in the Alps, and it sits right on the border between 2 countries. France is one of them. What is the other one? That's question number 3. Number 4. Which country in southern Africa experienced a civil war from 1975 to 2002 between different factions, the MPLA and UNITA? They were doing battle, civil war in fact. In which country? In the southern half of Africa, the southern part, not South Africa. It's not the country South Africa, it's a country nearby. 1975 to 2002, MPLA versus UNITA. Name the country. Alright, remember, one wrong answer is bust, so careful what you do. And the last one, rave pop. The Prodigy had 2 #1 hit singles, and they both got to #1 in the same year. Which year? You can get this 1 year out, and you still get the points. Yeah. So if you get it spot on or 1 year out, you get the points for this. I was about to rethink that, but I've said it, so there you go. So there you go. That's the 4 questions. 5 questions. It's 4 points for right answer. That's what I was thinking. Tell me if you're ready. I'm going to quickly review the questions. Number 1, what fruit are you if you're going out with a courting couple? You're the third person on the date. You are what type of fruit? Which industrial rock band has got Trent Reznor? Been doing records since the 80s. Has a number in the name. That was the clue. Number 3, Mont Blanc is on the border between France and which other country? Number 4, MPLA versus UNITA. Which country was that civil war in? 70s to 2000. And the last one, The Prodigy. 2 #1 hits. What year? You can get it spot on or 1 year out. Tim Edgley is ready. Tumpty United are ready. Gladiators ready. Samantha Campbell is ready. Couple more and I'll tell you the answers. Next, Brady. Get those answers down. I'm going to show you them sooner rather than later. Decide now if you're swithering whether to put one down or not. Get it down or score it out. Make your mind up. Okay, here we go. Here comes the answers. 4 points for a right answer. Okay, we're ready. Let's go. Double or bust answers. Right, number 1, sayings. If you go out with a courting couple, you're the third person. You're called a gooseberry. Gooseberry is the right answer. Ever Brady. Nice. 4 points for gooseberry. If you put something else, you're bust. Tell me if you got bust. Tell me in the chat if you got bust. Tell me what you put. If you did get bust. Number 2, the name of the industrial rock band, Trent Reznor. That's 9 Inch Nails. Alright, that's the guy there. 9 Inch Nails. Trent Reznor. Mont Blanc. This might have been an easy one to get bust on. I don't know. What's the other country on the border with France that's got Mont Blanc? Some of you maybe went for Switzerland, but the right answer is Italy. Monte Bianco, the Italians call it. Italy is correct. McQueen's or bust put Blink 182. No. What's the name of that guy? He's a T as well. Travis something? Is that right? Blink 182 guy. Number 4, Civil War. This is difficult. MPLA and UNITA, they were fighting over Angola. Angola. I had a friend who lived in Angola. He said it was no big deal to go down to the beach in the city and see a corpse floating there. Which puts Portobello into some context, you know. Bust puts Switzerland. Yeah, that's an easy mistake to make, I think. Or like a tempting one to go for anyway. The Prodigy's #1s, only #1s, came in which year? That was Breathe and Firestarter. They were both #1 in 1996. I gave you 1 year out, so if you said 95, 96 or 97, you got the points. Quiz Pro Quo got bust. Said Mont Blanc. No. You bust. Glad we skipped question number 4. Says Borussia Teeth. I'm going to give you the link for uploading scores. Get your scores uploaded. here it is. I've moved my links around, so I wasn't quite sure where that was for a second, but here they are. Thanks for doing the quiz, everybody. Quiz is free to do. But I do take tips. If you thought it was worth a tip, then please give me a tip. I'd be delighted to get £1 off you, or £2. 3? What would you spend if you went to a pub quiz? You know what I mean? I hope you're entertained by the quiz. I hope you like it. If you don't have to donate at all. There's the link for the donations. By the way, wee fact, did you know, I'm sure some of you did, the Prodigy are named after that keyboard, the Moog Prodigy, or Moog, you want to be proper. There's all the answers for the last round. So thanks for doing the quiz. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, like if you want to hit me with £1 or £2, I'd be delighted with that. Any more, I'll come round and I'll clean your bath or whatever you need done. That's great. Thank you to everybody who does donate. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you cannot donate or you don't want to donate, that's absolutely fine. But please share the video. Please share the quiz. Press the share button or copy the URL and go and share it on your social media. Tell people about the quiz, because the more people I get in, the more likely I am to get prizes. Like I thought I maybe had a sponsor for Friday, but it looks like they don't want to do it. I'm not sure. Haven't heard back. But if I get more people, I can get more sponsors. Like we've got beer sponsor on Monday, The Breed, which is popular today. Looking for a sponsor for Friday and for the later versions. I'm doing the same quiz at 9 o'clock, so if somebody you know would like this and you know they weren't here, tell them about it, because they can catch the quiz at 9 o'clock, which is only in 45 minutes. Same questions, and because there's no prize for coming first in terms of points, then you know there's no cheating thing. Mark says thank you for a great quiz. Yeah. Give us the links. Did you try and post a link in there and it didn't work? Post it on, you know what to do, Mark? Because it might just automatically strip out if you're trying to put a link up there. Put it on, are you on Facebook? Like the Dr. Ball Facebook? Just stick it on there, on the Dr. Ball Facebook group, and I'll stick it up here, or I'll stick it on the Facebook. I'll put it on the Facebook because it'll last longer, because I'm going to turn this off soon. You know what I mean? So hell's bells. Confused about my own network of things. Right, here we are. We're just on Dr. Ball Facebook. Mark, stick it up there. Oh, that's the pay me link again. That's not right. Right, okay. Copy over here. Paste. Right, you see that, Mark? That's the link to the Dr. Ball Facebook. Put it on there, and then I'll get it shared out, right? Thanks. No controversy tonight. Well, yeah. Apart from that you got it first, Margaret. That's what you're saying. Get your scores up there. I'll give you the link for the scores again, okay? And what I do is I put them into a league table. Most of you know this by now. But if you're here for the first time, it's quite good. I'll put them all into a league table. I'll put them together with the later one, and I'll post it up after that. So about 10:30, I'll post the... I mean, I could have a quick look at it just now. I could do a rough... I'll do a rough version on Dr. Ball Facebook shortly, and I'll do the full version at 10:30. That's what I'll do. Because because a lot of you have uploaded already. So I'll do a quick version on Facebook in a couple of minutes. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate that. £3 is a belter. If everyone did that, it'd be great. It'd be amazing. If you like the quiz, that really helps as well. If you're not subscribed, do subscribe to Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe to whatever you want. Also, if you're, I don't know if you're working, but if you're working remotely, I'm doing a thing now. I'll do a quiz for your works unit. I did one as a kind of a test, but I did get paid for it the other week for the company. A woman who comes on here sometimes and does the quizzes. She works in a company, and they hired me to do a Zoom quiz. It actually worked really well. Zoom's actually pretty good for it. You can make teams, put you into rooms with teams, and it works really well. So I can do one of those during the day. So if you're working for a company and you've done a Zoom quiz and it's been shite because somebody who doesn't know what they're doing was running it, get me. I'll do it, right? Thanks, Mark. You posted links on the page now. Look, if I go very, very quickly, I'll be able to share them out on here as well. Let's have a look. So that's a couple of things. Dr. Paul quiz group is what I'm looking for. Here we are. I love doing these quizzes, you know, so I want to keep doing it as a living. If it all fails, then I don't know what I'll do. I don't really fancy picking fruit in Perthshire. That sounds romantic, you know, but it's going to be hard work, isn't it? Like, really hard work. So, you know, I'm not afraid of hard work, but that type of hard work, oof, I'll do it if I have to. So, anything you can do to help is a massive help, and that includes just telling people about the quizzes. I'm doing them Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, this format, which is the wee teams format, and I'm doing them Tuesday, Thursday, the big teams. Upload your scores. I'm just trying to find that link. By the way, there's your voucher. That's for doing the quiz. All right, so next time you're here, you get 2 points. Ainsley Harriet tomorrow night. It was a fantastic big teams quiz last night. I don't know if any of you were here last night, but Grot Bags was going for 3 in a row. Looked like she had it in the bag. Ainsley Harriet came right back at the end. Great stuff. So Ainsley Harriet is the champion. He'll be here tomorrow night, 9 o'clock. That's the wee teams quiz all through the week. Sponsors already, that's what I'm saying. Beer on Monday, bread on Wednesday. Still looking for sponsors for Friday. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I'll just put the slideshow back up. And I'll get back on this, see what you're saying. No, I'm still trying to find these links. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm starting to get a hang of like talking and actually working on a computer at the same time. I was going to say it's like driving, but I wouldn't know because I've never learned how to drive. Man, I can't find it. I can't do this all at the same time. So I'll find the link later and I'll post it out, alright? Mark. Thank you, Denizzo. Lee says, got a gig today, got paid today for a freelance gig that you did ages ago. Nice one. What do you do, Lee? What kind of gig was it? While you're answering that, I'm going to have one more attempt to try and find this link. I click on notifications. Maybe it will come there. Ah, there we go. Look, Mark Carnacan. Or Carnochan. Carnacan? Carnochan. Posted a link or shared a link. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. Alright, here we go. So you don't have to go anywhere else, folks, if you want to see these links with the Kurgan. That's them there. Interviews with the Kurgan. Excellent, right, okay. Aye, I've got them now, Mark, right. Be careful what you say on the internet. Digital marketing consultancy. I really could be anything. Is it porn? Is that what you're saying? Carnochan. Digital marketing expert, number one. Wait, it sounded like a wanker. Come on, let's prove Lee wrong. Come up with, just before I go, I'll be away in a few minutes, but before we go, everyone who's still here, try and think of a job title that's more wanker than digital marketing expert, right? There must be worse than that. Digital marketing expert, that's wanky, but you know what? It would probably be wanky in 1999 or 2004. A wee bit Nathan Barley. There you go, Tory MP. You've trumped yourself. But digital marketing expert is kind of, I don't know, it's sort of normalised now, isn't it? God, maybe I should hire you. Try and get these numbers up. Could you take me from 100 people doing the quiz to 1,000 people doing the quiz? Lee? Prime Minister. But not necessarily, right? The current Prime Minister is a wanker, right? Like, even if you're a Tory, you have to admit. But, like, being Prime Minister doesn't necessarily make you... Well, hang on a minute. Hang on, I've just reviewed all the Prime Ministers in my lifetime. You're correct. It is a wanker job. Stephanie. Come on, folks. You can do more wanking than digital marketing expert. What about something to do with relaxation? People who sell, like, wellness practitioners. Not quite as good as our Full House. A couple of months back, it says Craig, sunlight out of nowhere. What do you mean? What are you talking about, Craig? That come out of nowhere. Oh, I see. Part A. Your team called Part A got 54, and it's not quite as good as a Full House a couple of months back. Was that in the real world? Is that what you're talking about? Or was that online? Because we've actually been doing this for a couple of months now. In fact, 2 months ago, it's pretty much the lockdown. How long have we been locked down? I can't even remember anymore. It was March. We won everything except the bog roll right. It must have been just before the lockdown then. Because that was my shtick for a couple of weeks. Hey, win bog roll. Very funny. Funnily enough, I used to do digital marketing for a spa and beauty company. My God. That might be it, Lee. That might be the bottom rung. Or the top rung of the wanker ladder. Wellness. Wholeness. Yoga lattes. I saw someone advertising yoga lattes. It's like, yoga's no good enough for you. Pilates is not good enough for you. You got to do yoga lattes to be totally fulfilled. I mean, it's easy to criticise. These people are just trying to keep fit. You know, fair dues. Anyway, I better go. Because I'm going to get a drink and then get ready for Facebook at 9 o'clock. Thank you everybody for doing the quiz. Thanks for any donations, if anyone donated. They are all appreciated. Large and small. Although, to be honest, I quite like the large ones. Of which there are sometimes. By which I'm talking about. People give me a tenner and stuff like that. It's great. But £1 or £2, it all counts. It's good by me. Thanks for doing the quiz. See you next time. Chris Candlish, if you're still here, remember to send me a message with your address. I'll sort you out with a baker. And by this time tomorrow, you should be full of the breed. Okay? I'll see you later. Dr. Paul out. Bye.